It's finally happening. The date is September 7th, 2025. A day marked not by coincidence, but by cosmic design. On this day, Uranus, the planet of revolution and awakening, turns retrograde in Gemini. To the ordinary eye, this might appear as just another astrological event, just another alignment of the heavens. But for the chosen ones, those who have been feeling the whispers of destiny, this is a day of tests, revelations, and signs that cannot be ignored. However, beyond the retrograde, something even more significant is approaching: the blood moon eclipse. September 7th is the last day before this rare and powerful lunar event takes place. That means the energy of this date is not only about Uranus shifting its motion, but also about preparing for what is coming. This is the calm before the storm, the final moment to align yourself before the eclipse changes the frequency of everything around you. Astrologically, September 7th acts like a doorway. As night falls, a double portal begins to open. One path keeps you tied to the cycles you already know, with all their limitations and repeated lessons. The other path is the one of breakthrough, renewal, and clarity. Only those who are ready to release old patterns and step into a new level of awareness will notice and enter this passage. This is why ignoring the signs on this day is dangerous for the chosen one. It is not simply about missing a chance. It is about missing the preparation for the blood moon that follows. The eclipse will not wait, and once it arrives, the door that opens on September 7th will. Those who pay attention, who stay awake to the messages, will carry forward the strength to pass through the energies of the blood moon. Those who ignore will find themselves stuck, repeating what they thought they had already outgrown. Do not worry. This video exists for that very reason. It is not a coincidence that it has found you at this exact moment. This is the universe delivering a warning, a sign meant only for those who are ready to hear it. You did not find this video. This video found you because the words you are about to hear have the potential to change the course of your life. So stay with me until the very end, because the most important message will come at the close. And right now, to align yourself with the energy of this day, I want you to type 777 in the comments. This is not just a number. It is your signal to the universe that you are awake, aware, and ready to step into your breakthrough. It is the day before the blood moon eclipse, and for that reason alone, its energy is unlike anything you have felt in months. While Uranus retrograde in Gemini sets the stage, the true focus of this moment is the opening of the double portal. This is not a metaphor, it is an energetic doorway, and only those who are awake, prepared and aligned will recognize it. The double portal means that two paths are being offered simultaneously. One keeps you bound to the patterns, struggles and doubts you have been carrying. The other opens the way to your breakthrough. This is why ignoring the signs on September 7th would be a costly mistake. The universe will not shout forever. It will whisper, it will nudge, and then it will test. If you miss the signs, you risk walking straight past the gateway that could have taken you into the next chapter of your destiny. For the chosen ones, this is not just another spiritual idea, it is a call to awareness. On this day, you may feel a heaviness in the air, as if something is about to shift. You may notice unusual patterns, numbers repeating, dreams that seem too vivid to ignore, sudden conversations that stir something deep inside. These are not accidents, they are the markers of the portal's presence. The universe does not send you a calendar invite, it sends you signs, subtle but undeniable, and waits to see if you will recognize them. This is why the day is so crucial. The blood moon on September 8th will bring transformation, endings, and revelations. But September 7th is the preparation. It is the moment to choose alignment before the storm arrives. Think of it as standing at the doorway of a new house. The eclipse will push you through, but only if you are standing in front of the door. If you are distracted, if you are asleep, If you ignore the signals, you will not be in position when the shift comes. The double portal is about choice. Every thought, every reaction, every action you take on September 7th is amplified. If you choose fear, hesitation, or doubt, you step through the door that leads to delay. If you choose courage, awareness, and trust, you step through the door that leads to your breakthrough. The difference is subtle, but the impact is massive. The portal opens for everyone, but not everyone walks through. Many will be too distracted, too skeptical, too caught up in the noise of daily life. But the chosen ones are different. They know that signs matter. They know that synchronicities are the language of the universe. They know that when energy shifts, you must be awake to move with it. As night falls on September 7th, the portal begins to reveal itself more strongly. Some will feel restlessness, unable to sleep. Others may sense a clarity, as if their intuition is louder than usual. This is because the gateway is energetic. It interacts with your awareness. The more present you are, the more you will notice it. The less you resist, the easier it becomes to step through. The double portal also carries a test. On this day, you may be confronted with choices that seem small but carry weight. Someone may challenge your patience. An opportunity may appear but feel risky. A situation may demand honesty when it would be easier to stay silent. Each of these is the universe's way of asking, are you ready? If you choose alignment, you signal that you are prepared to pass through. If you avoid or ignore, you remain outside the door. This is why September 7th is often described as the last chance before the eclipse. The blood moon will bring endings no matter what, but how you experience them depends on your preparation. Walk through the portal, and those endings become breakthroughs, opportunities, new beginnings. Ignore the portal, and the endings may feel like loss, confusion, or chaos. The energy is neutral. It is your alignment that determines whether it feels like collapse or transformation. The chosen ones are not called to fear this day, they are called to attention. The universe is saying, look closely, do not miss this. The signs are here, and they are for you. Whether it comes as a sudden insight, a repeated number, a conversation that shakes you, or even a challenge that forces growth, these are the markers of the doorway, and when you recognize them, you align yourself with the breakthrough. Now that you understand the importance of the double portal, let me take you deeper. Because the truth is this, everything we have spoken about until now has only been preparation. The next stage of this day is even more important, and if you miss it, you will not be ready for what the blood moon is about to bring. Think of September 7th as a rehearsal. The universe is handing you the script, the signs, and the opportunities to note. But if you ignore them, if you let your attention be pulled elsewhere, then when the eclipse arrives, you will feel overwhelmed. This is why I must say it clearly. Watch this video again before the eclipse. Don't just listen once and forget. Replay it, reflect on it, and remind yourself, because the signs that appear on this day are not optional. They are vital. Missing them means missing your breakthrough. Now, we arrive at the heart of the matter. In order to pass through this portal, you must face the shadows that are holding you back. The universe's signs do not always come in ways that feel pleasant, because often they reveal the very things we avoid. An old habit, an unresolved relationship, a resentment you still carry inside. Tonight, the portal's light will fall directly on them, and what is expected of you is not denial, but recognition and release. The most important quality here is patience. The signs you receive on September the 7th may not all be meant to resolve instantly. Sometimes the universe simply points, look, this is what you are carrying. You cannot move forward until you let this go. If you rush, if you grow impatient, you may step into the wrong doorway. Remember, one side of the double portal opens toward haste, anger, and fear. The other side opens toward awareness, calm and trust. In your relationships, patience is key. Your partner, a friend, or a family member may bring you a test, consciously or unconsciously. Something that would normally trigger you to respond immediately may now become the chance to do something different. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is just a sign. My response determines my path. When you do that, you are deciding which doorway of the portal you walk through. Energy hygiene is also critical today. Not everyone around you will understand what is happening. Some will dismiss it, some will mock it, and some will unconsciously try to dim your light. You don't need to fight them, but you do need to set boundaries. The double portal easily pulls those without boundaries into the wrong doorway because their energy is controlled by others. Treat your inner space as sacred. If you need to turn off your phone, do it. If you need solitude, allow it. If you need quiet time for yourself, take it. Now, let's go even deeper, because this is the most crucial point. The double portal doesn't only affect this one night, it sets the tone for the months ahead. The reactions you choose on September 7th will be sealed by the blood moon on September 8th. That is why this day is not casual, it is decisive. If you resolve a conflict calmly, the eclipse will transform it into new understanding. If you escalate the same conflict with anger, the eclipse will close it down for good. The portal itself is neutral, it only seals the choices you make. And now, listen carefully, because what comes next is more important than anything before. At this stage, it is not enough to simply notice the signs. What matters most is how you interpret them and what you do with them. The universe does not send you symbols, numbers, or dreams by accident. But if you notice them and then do nothing, you remain stuck in the same cycle. So, here's what I want you to do tonight. Write down every sign you see or feel, even the smallest detail. These notes will become your roadmap through the days ahead. Chosen ones, hear me. September 7th is not a day to live as if nothing matters. The weight of this night is subtle, but undeniable. You may feel it in your chest, as if the air itself is heavier, or in your mind as if thoughts keep circling without rest. This is the portal speaking, and if you are not careful, you may drown in the noise of the world and miss the very doorway that was meant for you. The greatest mistake you can make today is to lose yourself in the crowd. Too many voices, too much chatter, too much distraction, and the whispers of truth will fade into the background. The universe is not screaming, it is whispering. It is showing you through small shifts, subtle patterns, delicate moments. If you are surrounded by noise, you will not hear them. That is why solitude is sacred tonight. Pull back, step into silence, protect the stillness of your inner space. Another danger is the temptation to explain yourself, to defend, to argue, to prove your worth. Do not do it. Words carry weight, and on this night, they carry even more. One careless sentence, one argument, one attempt to convince someone who was never ready to hear you can drain your energy and close the higher doorway. Remember, you are not here to prove yourself. You are here to align yourself. This is why restraint is power today. Say less, move slower, allow yourself to observe instead of react. Every time you resist the urge to speak, when silence would serve you better, you strengthen your alignment. Every time you choose patience over impulse, the portal opens wider for you. And now, listen carefully, because this may be the most overlooked test of the day. The people closest to you may be the very ones who pull you off balance. A partner, a friend, a family member. They may not even realize it, but their words or actions can trigger old wounds you thought you had already healed. If you allow yourself to be dragged into conflict, you walk through the wrong doorway. But if you can remain centered, if you can pause, breathe, and respond with calm awareness, you align yourself with the higher path. This is how the chosen ones are separated from the rest, not by perfection, but by presence. And this leads me to the next sign you must be aware of. Many of you will feel an unusual pull towards silence, even withdrawal. It may feel uncomfortable, especially if you are used to filling every space with words or activity. But this is not emptiness. It is preparation. The universe is creating space for you to receive. Do not resist it. If you feel like saying less, honor that. If you feel like being alone, trust that instinct. The portal speaks loudest in quiet. Do not worry, we are not finished. This is only the beginning, because what I've shared with you so far is about protecting your energy in the external world. But there is another layer, a deeper layer, that deals with what happens inside of you, and without that, even solitude can turn into restlessness. Chosen ones, now that you understand the importance of silence and withdrawal, let us step into the next layer of this day. Because solitude is not only about keeping away from noise, it is about creating space for transformation. Without stillness, the portal cannot reveal what is hidden. And without awareness, the blood moon will seal energies that you never meant to carry forward. September 7th is the day of mirrors. Everything you experience will reflect something inside of you. If you feel frustration, it is not about the other person, it is a sign of what is unresolved within. If you feel peace, it is not about the environment, it is a sign that you are aligned. The universe has designed this night to expose your inner state through the outer world. And the test is this: will you recognize the reflection, or will you mistake it for reality? This is why patience is the greatest power you can embody tonight. Do not rush to label, to explain, to fix. Let the reflection show itself. Do not interrupt the lesson. You may feel the urge to act, to force clarity, to demand answers, but the double portal does not reward haste, it rewards surrender. Those who wait in awareness will see the truth revealed. Those who push will walk into the wrong doorway. Another trial of this day is the pull of old cycles. The people, habits, or thoughts that you thought you had left behind may resurface. This is not regression, it is revelation. The portal is showing you what cannot come with you. The temptation will be strong to reply to that message, to reopen that door, to return to what is familiar but no longer aligned. Do not fall into it. Old cycles feel safe, but they are cages. The blood moon will only lock them tighter if you step back into them now. Chosen ones, hear me. This is the day to resist the gravity of the past. The breakthrough lies ahead, not behind. Do not let loneliness trick you into settling for less than you deserve. Do not let fear convince you that old patterns are your only option. This is the night to hold steady, to choose presence over comfort, to trust the path you cannot yet see. And now, this is where another sign reveals itself, the sign of exhaustion. Some of you will feel unusually tired, as if your body itself is demanding rest. This is not weakness, it is alignment. The physical vessel is adjusting to the energetic shift. If you ignore this and push yourself into activity, you will scatter your energy and weaken your readiness. Rest tonight, allow your body to be the temple of transformation. Sleep early if you must, or at least give yourself moments of deep stillness. The portal speaks not only to the mind, but also to the body. But let us go deeper still, because the greatest protection you have tonight is not walls, not silence, not even solitude. It is your intention. Intention is the frequency that shapes how the portal responds to you. If your intention is to stay awake, you will notice the subtle shift. If your intention is to release, you will find the strength to let go. If your intention is to align, you will feel guided into the higher path. The universe listens to what is behind your actions, not the actions alone. This is why chosen ones cannot afford to live carelessly today. Every word you speak, every step you take, every thought you entertain is part of the declaration you are making to the universe. And the blood moon will not ask what you wanted. It will seal what you embodied. This is why I must repeat. Awareness is preparation. If you are careless tonight, you will carry carelessness into the eclipse. If you are intentional tonight, you will carry clarity into it. The choice is always yours. Now listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you is not to be taken lightly. September 7th is not only about avoiding mistakes, it is about embodying the energy you want to see multiplied. The double portal is a magnifier. If you embody gratitude, gratitude expands. If you embody patience, patience multiplies. If you embody presence, presence deepens. But if you embody anger, fear, or doubt, those too will grow. This is the law of the portal. It gives back to you what you give to it. So, chosen ones, step into this night with reverence. Do not treat it as a burden. Treat it as a burden. Treat it as a gift. You are being given the rare chance to shape the months ahead with your choices today. How many times have you wished for a new beginning? How many times have you prayed for clarity, for release, for The portal is the answer, but it does not hand you freedom. It offers you the chance to choose it. This is why you must protect your focus. The enemy of destiny is distraction. The world will not stop throwing noise at you. Your phone will still ring. Messages will still arrive. People will still demand your attention. But you must decide what deserves your energy, because every distraction you indulge is a step away from alignment, and every step away from alignment is a risk of missing the portal. Another sign you must be aware of tonight is sudden emotional shifts. One moment you may feel calm, and the next, restless. One moment hopeful, the next, uncertain. Do not mistake this for instability. It is the shifting of energy as the portal opens. Do not panic. Do not fight it. Simply breathe through it. Anchor yourself in awareness. Emotions are waves. They rise and fall. If you chase them, they will scatter you. If you observe them, they will pass, leaving you clearer than before. Let me remind you, the chosen ones are not those who feel no fear, but those who choose not to be ruled by it. Fear may arise tonight, doubt may whisper, the past may call, but you have the power to decide. The blood moon will not reward perfection, it will reward presence. Stay present, even in the discomfort. Stay awake, even when tired. Stay intentional, even when distracted. This is how you prove your readiness, and so, the lesson of September 7th deepens. Do less, but with more meaning. Speak less, but with more awareness. Move less, but with more purpose. Tonight is not about activity. It is about alignment. The portal is not asking you to do everything. It is asking you to be everything, to embody peace, clarity, and trust, so fully that when the blood moon rises, it has no choice but to carry you into your breakthrough. But we are not finished yet, because everything I've shared with you so far deals with the visible choices, the words, the actions, the external. There is still another layer, a hidden layer that speaks to your inner dialogue, your unseen patterns, the secret agreements you have made with yourself. And unless you face these, solitude can turn to loneliness, silence to emptiness, and patience to stagnation. In the next part, we will go chosen ones. The awakening you have been waiting for may begin now, the breakthrough you've been longing for, the shift your soul has whispered about in dreams, could start on this very night. September 7th is not just a date, it is a threshold. For weeks, maybe months, you have felt something building, a quiet tension in the background of your life. Tonight, that feeling reaches its purpose. I know many of you have been tired. You've questioned why things take so long, why people keep testing you, why life seems to circle around the same lessons. You've asked yourself if the waiting would ever end. Let me tell you, the waiting had a reason. The delays were preparing. Every closed door, every pause, every detour was shaping you to handle the exact moment you are standing in now. Tonight is not an accident, it is design. The double portal is opening, and when it does, two paths stand before you. One leads back into the old cycles, the same arguments, the same distractions, the same fears. The other opens into breakthrough, clarity, and freedom. The universe is not asking whether you want change, it is asking if you're ready for it. That readiness is not about perfection, it is not about knowing everything, it is about presence, honesty, and the willingness to choose differently than you have before. So, what does that mean for tonight? It means pulling back from the noise. It means giving yourself the gift of silence. You cannot hear the whispers of the universe if you're drowning in chatter. You cannot feel alignment if you're caught up in everyone else's chaos. Tonight is not the night to be everywhere, talking to everyone, proving yourself, or defending your choices. Tonight is the night to be still, to listen, to feel. And here is what I want you to understand. Silence is not emptiness. Solitude is not loneliness. These are the spaces where you can finally hear your own soul. For so long, you've been absorbing everyone else's energy, friends, family, co-workers, strangers online, their voices, their opinions, their fears. Tonight, you are asked to step back from all of it. Not forever, just for now. Because this is your night, your portal, your chance to align without interference. You will be tested. The test may come through someone close to you, a careless word, an old wound, a sudden disagreement. In that moment, you will feel the urge to argue, to explain, to fight. That is the trap. The portal magnifies everything tonight. If you react in anger, that anger will carry into the blood moon and multiply. But if you pause, breathe, and choose presence, that peace will carry into the eclipse and expand. This is how the chosen ones are set apart, not by never feeling triggered, but by choosing how they respond. Another test may come through restlessness. You may feel an unusual heaviness in your body, or a mind that will not quiet down. Don't mistake this for failure. This is your body adjusting to the shift. The best response is not to push harder, but to surrender. Rest if you need to, allow yourself to sleep earlier, or to simply sit in quiet reflection. The portal does not reward overwork, it rewards alignment. And remember this, you don't need to do anything dramatic tonight. You don't need rituals or performances. You don't need to prove your spirituality. The portal opens to intention, not performance. What matters is where your heart is, where your focus lies, what energy you choose to carry. Be honest with yourself. Be intentional with your presence. That is more powerful than anything else you could do. Chosen ones, this may very well be the night you've been waiting for. The night when clarity begins to arrive, when peace returns, when doors begin to shift. It may not come with fireworks, but you will know it by the quiet certainty that settles in your soul. Do not dismiss that. Do not ignore it. That peace is the beginning of your breakthrough. And now, let me draw your attention to something important tonight. Pay close attention to how you feel around others. If you walk away from a conversation drained, that's a sign. If you feel your energy drop in a certain space, that's a sign. If you feel peace in solitude, that's a sign too. The universe is showing you where your energy belongs and where it doesn't. Don't ignore these signals. They are not optional. They are guidance. We will go deeper into this. But for now, hold on to this truth. Tonight may be the start of your awakening. Don't treat it as just another night. Step into it with presence, with stillness, and with trust, because the breakthrough you've been waiting for may be opening right now. Chosen ones, everything you've walked through, every delay, every unanswered question, every moment of waiting, none of it was wasted. You may not have seen it at the time, but all of it was shaping you for this very moment. Nothing in your path was random. Nothing was meaningless. Tonight, as the double portal opens, you are standing exactly where you were always meant to be. Think back for a moment. How many times did you almost give up? How many nights did you wonder if the struggle would ever end? Yet, you're still here, stronger, wiser, more awake. That is not an accident. That is proof that you were chosen to see this night, to step into this energy. The universe never left you behind. It was preparing you for the shift that begins now. This is not just another date on the calendar. This is alignment. This is design. September 7th is the moment when the pieces start to fit together, when the questions begin to make sense, when the waiting finally reveals its purpose. For months, maybe years, you have been preparing without even knowing it. Every loss cleared space, every delay built strength, every challenge sharpened your awareness, and tonight, all of it comes together. The double portal is not simply about choice, it's about destiny. It opens two pathways, one that keeps you tied to everything you've already lived, and one that pulls you into everything you've been praying for. The universe isn't asking if you want transformation, it's asking if you're ready for it, ready to live in alignment, ready to carry the lessons, not the burdens, ready to embody the wisdom you've gained instead of repeating the same cycles. Chosen ones, let this sink in. This moment has been waiting for you as much as you've been waiting for it. You are not late, you are not behind, you are exactly on time. The portal opens now because you are ready now, not months ago, not years ago. Now, the growth you've done in silence, the battles you fought in secret, the tears no one saw, those were the preparation. Tonight is the beginning of the reward. You may feel it as a subtle shift inside of you, a calm you haven't known for a long time, a sense of certainty that doesn't make sense on paper but feels real in your spirit. That is how alignment feels. Don't dismiss it, don't doubt it, lean into it. The universe rarely announces transformation with loud signs, it whispers it in your heart first. And here's the truth. This night is not only about what you do, it's about what you carry forward. If you choose trust, that trust will multiply. If you choose peace, that peace will If you choose awareness, that awareness will grow. The portal magnifies what you bring into it. That's why tonight matters so much. It sets the tone for what the blood moon will seal tomorrow. Chosen ones, breathe this in. You are not the same person who started this journey. You are standing at a doorway that was built just for you. All of your waiting, all of your prayers, all of your struggles, they weren't punishments, they were preparation. The path wasn't delayed, it was aligned, and tonight you are invited to step through. This is your moment. The breakthrough you've been waiting for begins here. It starts with your awareness, it starts with your trust. It starts with your choice to believe that everything that has happened was leading you to this point. Nothing was wasted, nothing was random. Every step, every challenge, every pause, it was all for this. And when the blood moon rises tomorrow, it will seal what you choose tonight. So choose alignment, choose trust, choose to believe that the waiting is over and the awakening has begun. Because the truth is simple. Everything was preparing you for this exact moment. Chosen ones, if you take nothing else from this message, take this, be grateful. Even now, gratitude is not pretending everything is perfect. It's recognizing that even in the hardest seasons, you were being shaped, guided, never abandoned. The pain you thought would break you was preparing. Tonight, pause and thank God, not only for what felt good, but for what grew you. Release resentment. Don't carry hatred into this portal. Don't drag old grudges into tomorrow's eclipse. If someone hurt you, don't give them more power by holding on. Let karma do its work. When you forgive, you're not saying what they did was right. You're saying, I refuse to chain myself to this pain any longer. Affirm it in your heart. I release them. I release the anger. I release the bitterness. Forgiveness is freedom, not for them, for you. And freedom is exactly what this double portal is about. If you carry hate, the doorway feels narrow. If you carry love, it opens wide. Yes, you are tired. You've faced heartbreak, betrayal, disappointment. But the fact that you're still here, still breathing, still seeking truth, that means you are not defeated. Your spirit is stronger than you know. Don't give up now. This is the moment everything has been leading to. God is not blind to your suffering. Every tear, every prayer, every why me was heard. While you thought nothing was happening, something greater was being built for you. Stronger than what you lost, better than what was taken. That's why you must hold on. The breakthrough is close, so tonight, choose wisely. Gratitude over complaint, forgiveness over bitterness, trust over fear. Even if circumstances haven't shifted yet, your spirit can shift now. And when your spirit shifts, the outer world follows. The blood moon will not amplify wishes. It will amplify energy. Gratitude will multiply blessings. Hate will multiply struggle. That's why this night is decisive. You don't have to be perfect, only intentional. Chosen ones, let this be the night you put down the weight you were never meant to carry. Breathe. Thank God for what is, what was, and what's coming. Forgive those who couldn't love you as you deserved. Trust the process, because your pain was never the ending. It was preparation, and that something greater is closer than you think. Share this video so that more hearts can hear this truth. The more who awaken, the stronger this shift becomes. And never forget, the universe has already confirmed that you are ready. The rest is in your hands. The choice is now yours.